At the 21-yard line.
You're set. 19. 51. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play. First down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll toss it to Miller. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
On second down, it's Miller. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Set. 19. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Come. Big stop, D.
Third and 2, Watson. Open man, the tight end falls. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set. 19. 51. Man up. SOS.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Miller. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down, here's Miller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Here's Watson, and he finds Stills, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Check, 47. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
Second and goal at the 4-yard line.
One man in the backfield, that's Miller, second and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The All-Pro Von Miller there defensively.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And watch that, and watch the ball.
Now Watson on third and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Fells. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Flacco going to bring up the Broncos first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
Brings up second and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Intended for Emmanuel Sanders, incomplete. Bradley Roby on the
Second-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Jones on the return.
Let's go, baby.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Stills the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Going deep here for Still. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A 1st down and then some. 36 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Well, they took your advice from a bit earlier, tried the screen, but that one, it was covered up pretty well.
They did a nice job on it, but I still think it was the right idea. Probably just a block or 2 away from making it work.
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Watson now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Miller running right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. He finds his target, Fuller. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry now for Miller. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 18-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A tackle made by Todd Davis.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
The Texans on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Now Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Flacco. Finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall, second tight end taken in the draft. And amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hawkinson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions. But Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine, and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. First and 10 here for Flacco. This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A red zone first down for Flacco. The completion to Riddick. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Theo Riddick, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
Here's Watson, operating from the gun. He's got Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Watson dumps it complete to Miller. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Set. 19. 24.
The final shot before the break. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Flacco's throw going to be caught by Sutton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To pass, Flacco. This is Riddick on the screen. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Check, X3, 218, chopper.
On 2nd and 12, Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Riddick with a carry. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Flacco. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 16. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Flacco. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Now Flacco will lead them up as they're going to go for 2. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd.
Check pass, check pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The All-Pro Von Miller there defensively.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson, eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Flacco. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Freeman. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 4th-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let him know, let him know. Hey, 55! Bang, 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 bang. Right here, guys. Fight.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And back to the ground, high. And down inside the 15 he goes. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
I'm letting you know right now, you better break.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson, he's got his tight end. It's Fells. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They come out here in the I. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 1 man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal.
Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
He'll get it up the middle, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Texans have retaken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll try and run it in with Miller.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for two, when to go for one. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for two, try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up one makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that three.
Well, no doubt.
It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Flacco to throw. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a second and long. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. He's back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now, Flacco will lead him up as they're going to go for 2.
You're over here. You're over here. Shoot! Yellow, yellow! General West!
Setting to throw, Flacco. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now it's Watson.
It's complete. Stills. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. One last throw here for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Broncos, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.